Hey guys, Nick, aka the one and only Crisis YT, and this is Blast from the Past, a weekly series in which I take and throw it back to some older gameplay, whether that's Halo 3, Call of Duty World at War, Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, whatever it is, I take and throw it back to the past of older games. Yeah. So that's what this is. This is Blast from the Past, and I actually want to talk about in this video the future of gaming, not the past of gaming. And I know that's kind of weird, but it's just something that I thought was pretty cool. Blast in the past. Let's talk about the future. Switch it up a little bit. Because I always talk about either, the now or something about the previous Call of Duties or what was good about them or what was good about the previous Halos. Well, let's talk about the future. And I'm not going to be talking about the future of Call of Duty. I'm going to be talking about the future of the gaming industry. And more importantly, how I think that FPS in the next, 10 years will lose a lot of its footing. Okay, right now, FPS is pretty much one of the biggest markets in gaming. With Call of Duty, with Battlefield 3, with Halo 4 coming out, all of these big FPS games are coming out. More and more people are trying to copy these FPS games, making FPS games and things like that because it's the big market and it's a sellable market. And, that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. If something will sell, then you're going to make it, right? And it's going to be populated. And that's good. It gives variety. But when is too much variety? And I think within the next 5 years, I've said that COD will last about that long. And I really do think it'll last up to 5 or 6 years from now. So whenever Call of Duty dies off and, like all of the gaming market by that point, the FPS market will be so saturated, I think it's going to lose its threshold as number one. I think it'll switch over to more of a MMO strategy kind of battle. More of a, like StarCraft 2 and Skyrim kind of thing. Not in the same game, but though that's what will take over. Skyrim 2, Skyrim and StarCraft 2, League of Legends type games, some World of Warcraft stuff. That is what is going to take over, in my opinion, in the next couple years. And I think we're seeing that now start to happen, right? We're seeing free-to-play games like EverQuest 2, Lord of the Rings Online, League of Legends, all coming out right now, and they're not FPS. Borderlands 2 is even not an FPS really. I would argue it's more of an MMO. Sure, it might be a first-person shooter and you're shooting in first person, but it's not a it's open world, it's free environment, things like that. It's not the traditional you're in a map or you have a set objective. In Borderlands, you can really do whatever the hell you want to do, and that makes it more of an MMO in my opinion. So, that would even be considered, changing it up. I think we're starting to see these gaming companies be like, okay, let's move away from this FPS genre. But we are seeing companies come into the FPS genre. Respawn Entertainment, they've always been in FPS. The guys who own that have always been in FPS, and they will stay in FPS no matter how long how much it gets saturated, unless they decide, wow, this is a good idea for a non-FPS game. So that's the thing, right? FPS is big, and it will stay big, but I think it will lose its foothold eventually because the market will become too saturated. And it's just like this gaming commentator thing, right? This isn't going to last forever. Eventually, and it's already evident, it's becoming way too saturated, and more and more people are starting up who, in all honesty, shouldn't be. They're starting up and they don't have, I don't know, I don't want to offend anyone, but I've seen people who just are monotone all the time, and they've made hundreds upon hundreds of videos, but yet and they only have like 100 subscribers, and the reason is because they're monotone, their personalities aren't entertaining, and people like this who are posting these gaming videos that really aren't good quality, aren't top notch, are saturating the community, and thus people are sticking with people who they know already, because there's so much out there. You find so much bad content, it's actually hard to find good content. And that's something I've noticed in my YouTube experience, is this gaming commentator market has become too saturated. But, nevertheless, we continue on. And I will continue making videos because I love doing it. Now, that's another thing. If you love doing this, love making these videos, just like the guys at Respawn Entertainment, that's all they know. That's what they love doing. They love making FPS games, so they're going to keep doing it. And that's okay, right? But, like I said, if you have an idea for something non-gaming, like I have a couple ideas from some skits, some parodies, things like that might be coming out in the next couple months. And that's okay too. I'm broadening my horizons, but I'm still making these gaming commentaries. So that's the way that I see it. Now, so yeah, what do you guys think? I was trying to think of where I was going to go with that, and I've said everything really. I think that FPS is going to lose its footholding within the next 10 years, and it's going to switch over to more of an MMO RPG kind of thing, and free-to-play games are going to start taking over a lot more, because we're already seeing that with 2 or 3 free-to-play games being released every month on Steam, as well as, you know, PlayStation is trying to work in some free-to-play stuff as well, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, we're seeing more and more free-to-play games coming up, so that's going to be the future as well, which is great. You know, being able to play games for free, and having to buy, like, add-ons and things that will not progress you in-game, but help you in-game, if you will. You know, like, expand the story a little bit. So I think that's pretty cool as the future of gaming, but I think FPS is dying, and we're going to see that the end of the first-person shooter within the next 10 years, and I think that's a reasonable estimate. So tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. If you agree with me, hell, you say you agree with me, and tell me, you know, if you have anything different from my opinion. You're just like, no, dude, you're stupid. FPS is going to take the title for the next 30 years. Well, then tell me that. Tell me in the comments and tell me why you think that. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. Also, follow me on Twitter and like me on Facebook because, you know, that's where you can get all my social networky stuff. So yeah, peace. And here are two videos that you guys may have missed. On the left is random as boop. And basically it's a video in which I take and just go like ham with funny comments, and I'm like saying this and saying that, and I'm saying this funny comment and that funny comment. You guys seem to really enjoy it, and a lot of my friends who have watched it, and a lot of you guys who have told me on Twitter, as well as in the comments in that video, say it's one of the funniest videos you've ever seen from me. So go check it out if you haven't seen it. And on the right is partnerships. Are they good or are they bad? I don't know. Check out that video, and I answer some questions about partnerships. I tell you, you know, the good side about partnerships, the bad side about partnerships, the difference, the things you see in between contracts, things like that. Go check out that video if you haven't seen it. It's actually really good. It's been gotten a ton of good response. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Also, if you guys are around here and you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Like I said, it really helps me out. Twitter, Facebook, links in the description. I'm CrisisYT, and I'm out. Peace.